Welcome to Cinder Gang. In Cinder Gang, you can get in, but the only way you leave is in a body bag. In Cinder Gang, if we take shit, we break shit. We kill people, women, and animals. We smack old ladies. In general, we just don't give a. Why do you want to join Cinder Gang?
Me?
I want to be feared. I want to be powerful.
That's what we like to hear. The average person may not understand the lifestyle of a gang member because they come from an ideal home. The ideal home to the average person is a place of comfort, a place to come home, kick your feet up, relax, and have peace of mind. But unfortunately, this is not the reality for some people. Do you know someone who has lived in a dirt poor, dysfunctional household where the home is so bad that you'd rather be on the streets to avoid abuse? To get away from your drunk father or drug abusing mother. You begin to think school is a place to escape, but unfortunately, since you're poor, you wear the same clothes and look unpresentable. Therefore, other kids make fun of you, they bully you, and now you feel like no place is safe, not home, and not school. You begin to see everyone as undependable and happiness as unattainable. Everything seems hopeless except for one factor. You discover that you are not the only disenfranchised member of society. There are other people in your same predicament. People who starve and people who need. Although damaged from abuse and dysfunction, these people become the closest thing you may ever have to a family. It is said that the semblance is a manifestation of your nature.
After that, you can begin focusing on your semblance, whatever that may be. Semblance. A common philosophy is that a warrior's semblance is a part of who they are. Some say your personality and character can define your semblance, while some claim that it's the other way around.
When I realized my oldest partner had become a monster, I ran. Even my semblance. I was born with the ability to leave behind a shadow of myself, an empty copy that takes the hit while I run away.
This couldn't be more true in the case of Emerald. Having the power to make others see and hear things that are not truly there. It is ironic that her greatest illusion is the one she cast on herself. Her present depiction implies that her past is one of misfortune, being poor, being hungry, until the day she met her savior. First, let me say this. It is still uncertain if Cinder has love for Emerald. The absence of evidence
is not the evidence of absence.
What?
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
There are three possible scenarios I will discuss. Either Cinder knowingly cares about Emerald, or she's a sociopath who truly doesn't care about anyone, or she does care about Emerald and doesn't realize it. Although Cinder is a sociopath, some sociopaths have at least one person or group of people that they care about. This is put on full display if you watch Hunter x Hunter. Crollo of the Phantom Troop will kill multiple people without a second thought, but experience deep sadness at the loss of his own troop members. So although we know Cinder is ruthless, this does not mean she doesn't care about the one person who loves her. Cinder could be like Vegeta, who didn't realize how much he cared about Trunks until it was too late. There are two scenes from Volume 8 that give an indirect glimpse into Cinder's mindset. One scene suggests that she does care, and the other suggests that she doesn't. After the explosion of Salem's Whale Fortress, Cinder showed no visual sadness or concern.
Did you? respond?
No.
Remember that from Cinder's point of view, Emerald was also in the blast area. Cinder had no clue that Emerald escaped. With Emerald in mind, she may have panicked at the sight of destruction, but maybe it didn't cross her mind. A hardened soldier is trained to focus on the task at hand and suppress emotions. Regardless, this scene shows that Emerald is not above the mission or is not near the forefront of Cinder's mind. The next scene is a possible indication that Cinder does love Emerald. Emerald brings Cinder back to safety after Cinder fails her mission against Penny. Upon waking up, Mercury enters the room and speaks his piece. Watch Cinder's facial expression closely. Mercury said some pretty disrespectful things, but Cinder did not become angry when he suggested not to help her,
Oh, I think she's had enough help.
or when he suggested that Emerald shouldn't back Cinder.
Besides, she went against our queen. I'd be careful who you back.
She also did not interrupt him after he said to stop protecting her.
Cinder's hunch was right. If we'd had support, then maybe we would
Would
have.
you stop trying to protect her already?
As temperamental as Cinder is, she did not explode until he said the words,
She doesn't care about you.
Both of you, get out.
"She doesn't care about you." Also, look at her face when Mercury says he's leaving.
I'll let you know when you're needed next.
Yeah, about that. Salem's got other plans for me. I'm not gonna be taking orders from you anymore. She wants everyone on the bridge.
This is not an expression of anger or indifference. Cinder is visibly sad. I think a part of her can't believe that Mercury would say that to her after all they've been through. So imagine how she would react if Emerald said it. Neither of these prove hard evidence, but trust when I say that an enormous amount of detail is placed into a scene to portray the various undertones of character dynamics, so her facial expression is something to consider. Although some people believe it is clear that Cinder has no emotion toward Emerald, the question I have for those people is to actually find the evidence that Cinder doesn't care about Emerald. Scolding Emerald for talking out of place,
We don't need him. Everything was going fine. Ugh!
Do not mistake your place.
or telling Emerald to be quiet
I knew you'd quiet.
are not indications that someone does not love you. Anyway, many people think Emerald is a fool for believing in Cinder. But when you're starving, eating from garbage will still erase hunger.
Follow me, and you'll never be hungry again.
Thank you.
In other words, Cinder is the only food Emerald has. And just like Neo, Emerald is extremely loyal to her Pokemon trainer. Cinder can make Emerald do things that Emerald wouldn't do naturally. Emerald may be bad, but you can tell that she's not ruthless at heart. Many people believe that Emerald has turned her back on Cinder, but this is not the case yet. She only turned her back on Salem after hearing the truth about Salem's plans. Right now, Emerald is assuming that Cinder will also defect once she learns the truth about Salem.
After what I just told you.
Those are Salem's new orders. And I know better than to disobey Salem. And all of this is pointless anyway. Salem's not ending the world.
Cinder and Salem have two very different goals. Salem wants the world destroyed, while Cinder simply wants the world. Emerald wants to do good, but doesn't realize that doing good is not just turning her back on Salem. If Cinder doesn't change her ways, Emerald will also have to turn her back on Cinder. The next confrontation between Cinder and Emerald will finally reveal if Cinder has any affection toward Emerald, or if Emerald has the strength to shape her own destiny. I don't necessarily want Emerald to leave Cinder. What I want is for Emerald to realize that her debt has been paid to Cinder, and if Cinder can't be a loving big sister, then you need to find someone who will love you like you deserve. If you found this content enjoyable, please like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comment section which character you would like to see covered next. I hope you enjoy the next video.